you have to change out your electronic flow valves, simply remove the top of the machine, remove the sign, and turn off the main power. Remove the bottom door, turn off your main city water feed, and that'll also turn off the toggle switch to the pump. Take a small screwdriver and unscrew the wire connector that goes onto the flow valve. Unplug your wire off of the solenoid. You can unscrew the solenoid itself. Sometimes it's just the solenoid that goes bad and you don't have to change the rest of the valve. Be careful when you take the solenoid off. You'll find behind it there'll be a small O-ring that sometimes will come out or sometimes it will stay inside. It also has the little magnet that goes in there that's spring-loaded so it can jump out and get lost. Replace your O-ring and make sure there's no debris or anything in there. And you can put your new solenoid on, make sure that the spring is in there. You'll notice the threads are very small and they're metal threads going into a plastic housing, so you have to be very careful not to cross-thread them. You want to make sure your threads are straight, and then it'll easily turn all the way in tight. If it's hard to turn before it bottoms out, then you know it's cross-threaded and you need to do it again. Replace your wire. Make sure you get the ground post on right. It can only go on one way. And then you can tighten the screw back down to secure the wire. After your wire is secure, make sure that the seal is still in there. It's a little rubber seal to keep water from getting to the electrical connector. Turn on your main water feed and turn on the pump toggle switch. Turn on your main power in the top of the machine. Turn on the flow valve about halfway. When the pump comes on, you'll notice your flow gauge is running about 1.4 gallons per minute, and your pressure gauge is about 100 psi. In the top of the machine, the flow gauge should be running about 1 gallon per minute. Open your flow valve so that the water can flush out. Run it for about 5 to 10 seconds to make sure all the bubbles are out of the system. Replace your sign. Make sure it goes in the grooves properly so it's straight. If you have any questions while you're doing this, be sure to call the 800 number. That's 24-hour customer service. Replace the top door of the machine and you should be ready to go.